What's up, guys? Welcome back to Let's Play Quake 2! Now we're finally moving on to the final unit of the game. Now we have pretty much decimated the entire Strog army as a single man with a huge arsenal of weapons that we would otherwise be unable to carry due to their immense weight and diversity. But all that mislogic aside, we are now moving on to the final area where we as a single man will assassinate the Strog leader named the Makron. So, let's recap. We almost died in our flying coffin. We took our injured butt out of the rubble, salvaged some weapons, broke through enemy lines, killed thousands of half-robotic, super alien organisms with advanced weaponry, and blew up countless of their complex, heavily secured installations. And now we're going to go and kill their leader, and we're all just one dude. We're pretty badass. So anyway, the first thing we have to do here before we actually get to move on to killing the Makron himself is to go disable his communications system thingy for whatever reason. This first level here is basically just going to be infiltrating the palace and blowing some other stuff up before we actually go on to blowing himself up. So right out of the gate we're going to have some annoying enemies here, and this is where the game is just going to not hold anything back. Was that like 5 or 6 Icarus in this one encounter? Well, these guys are really not that bad. So yet another one. Down here I think there's going to be a gladiator. Yeah, there he is. And I think there's some stuff behind that little area that he came out of over there too. Namely some yellow armor, which we definitely could use. Another one here. Basically, we're just walking right up to the front entrance of this place, but getting in is not as easy as it looks. Small area over here with some lava. There is a secret area over there, but I don't know if I can get to it right now. Apparently I can't carry any more rockets either. God, there's like 10 of these Icarus so far. Let me just try real quick to see if I can open that area from up here. Because I know we have to go up here at some point. There's a switch on top of this area over here that we have to push to be able to get in the front door here. So I'm just going to go along the top there and work my way around this canyon to, or these, yeah, this mountainside edges over here to be able to get on top of that, the entrance to activate that switch. Or button, whatever you want to call it. It's more of a button. Another invincibility here if you didn't get the one earlier in the game. It's totally broken, as you can tell, and we're not going to be using it for a while. In fact, I might just save it for the final boss. Don't you wish you had that ability in Doom just to be able to manually activate the invincibility whenever you wanted to? Of course, there is a version where you can do that, but I don't think they intend for you to be able to do that. I think it's kind of a glitch, I don't know. Anyway, we push the button, and now that gate is open. Now, the platform that leads over there is obviously going to be, it's going to be an obstacle of its own, but I'll talk more about that when we get over there. Yes, we can have rockets. Yeah, I'm just going to blow this thing open, I think. You can see what's in there. But completing that objective had nothing to do with it. I think we have to... Yeah, sure enough, we just have to blow it up with a rocket. And there we go, we get some more power armor. Not that we need that, because we'll never be able to get rid of the initial one we picked up. And yeah, like I said, this thing, when it's flat like this, you can just walk across it normally, but when it folds up like that, and obviously you would fall through the center and fall into the lava, but you can walk across the edges still, so that's probably the safer way to go, is to assume that it's going to flip down like that, and then you won't be able to get across it successfully, but... Anyway, over here we're going to fight a ton of these more powerful elite commander tank dudes that I don't remember their name. And these are going to be the main guards for the palace here. There's going to be a ton of these guys, and we're going to take it slow with fighting these guys because they, like I said, are ridiculously tough. I'm not really worried about them though, because much like the normal versions of these enemies, their attacks are not really all that threatening. Their blasters are easy to dodge. Their machine guns just spray from one side of the screen to the other, and their rockets are really the only threat, but they fire them very infrequently, and they're just overall not that really dangerous as far as their attacks go. It's just they have a lot of health, and their attacks do a lot of damage, of course. So I'm not going to be in a hurry to, fight them head on. But there will be some guys that pop out of that room behind the palace entrance there, and definitely want to be careful of those guys so they don't ambush you from behind. And obviously there's going to be even more freaking Icarus out here. We thought that we'd be done with those guys, but they have finally flown too close to the sun, and we will never be seeing them again. And now that horrible joke is over, we can now finally go enter the palace here. Now there's that symbol on the ground is finally relevant. I think that's one of the many different Strogg logos there. And that's one we'll be seeing a lot more often in Quake 4. But I think this is like one of very few times in the game where it might be the logo for specifically for the Makron. I'm not sure what it's for really. But there's a lot of logos in Quake if you notice. Yeah, then there's two more of these commanders up here. And like I said, it's going to take forever and a day to kill them, so I'm going to take it slow. And just sort of duck around these corners like that and just hit them over and over and over again with the rockets and the grenades and whatever else. And finally they go down. I think there's still like one or two more. Yeah, there's another one up here. God, these guys take forever to kill. There we go. This measly gladiator is not going to look like much at this point. But this area over here that I'm at, great, more Icarus. Right when I said we weren't going to be seeing any more of those guys. Christ. There's probably there's by far more Icarus in this level than any other level in the game. They're still not really that threatening of an enemy, but just in these kind of numbers, like I said, the game is just not holding back at this point. It's gonna throw 20 freaking Icarus at us in one encounter, and 5 or 6 of those elite commander tank dudes. Not that those enemies are at all within the same league, but you know what I mean. So anyway, this side area we're over here in is actually very important. It's not just for getting optional stuff or having an alternate way into this area. It's actually very important. And it may seem like it's off the beaten path, but like I said, it's really important that we go in here. Over here is a grate that we need to break through. Huh. Okay, edit further ahead in the video where I discovered that I can actually break those, but I have to break them with an explosive weapon, so, or at least not the Hyper Blaster. So now that I figured that out, we're gonna go through in this area, which has the important item we need to get here. It also has quite a lot of resistance, mainly these wimpy minor Strogg enemies that we can just blow away with the rockets, and a gladiator there as well, which I'm happen to get quite a few direct hits on. Blow those guys out of the way. This is what we came here for. Do we need to blow that away too? Yep. That's the solution to everything in this game. Just blow it up. And that's why this game is so awesome. So anyway, edit back to where we were over here. The item we got there is called the data spinner. And it's very important because we just need it. I'll explain why when it's actually relevant, right? But we would definitely want to get that now so we don't have to backtrack to get it later. But there's a secret stash of items there. I don't exactly remember how to open the force field to get in there, but it's nothing really important, so I really don't care. And there's an elevator that leads up into this area where this is actually a proper alternate path of getting into the palace. This will leave us probably right in front of the actual entrance. Yeah, I knew there was enemies that were going to come from that door, but this isn't turning into Doom 3 all of a sudden where enemies are going to spawn behind us. So I'm pretty sure this is not the way you're supposed to get in here. But, or at least it's not the main entrance, at least. But it is a nice way to get in here because you can get a lot of these guys from different angles, and you can get some different encounters over here, like these guys behind these pathetic exploding barrels, and this random berserker that wants to hide behind the ramp we're entering in on. It also allows us to complete one of our objectives sooner, so I kind of like coming in this way. Also, it was just quicker from where we were. Those guys are kind of hard to hit because they're actually taking cover for a change. What a concept for an old game like this. So I just went up and just rushed them. And you want to watch out for these lasers, obviously, because much like the lasers earlier in the game, they will pretty much kill you instantly, so yeah. You want to pay attention to that pattern there. This level can actually, this part of the level at least, can be actually quite confusing with not only what you're supposed to do, but how you're supposed to go about doing it. So, right now I'm just kind of worried about the enemies right now. Hitting an airborne enemy with a grenade launcher, absolutely. This might be the last time we see these brains guys for the rest of the game. Let's see, I think that thing just blows up automatically. You won't have to actually shoot it. I think. Yeah. Oh great, another one of these guys. Yeah, there'll be a handful more of those guys before we finally go on to fight the Makron. So this is probably going to be the bulk of our encounter difficulties with these guys. I mean, they pretty much released the hounds on the difficult enemies, and then oh wait, he took a direct hit from that rocket. That's not good. Yeah, that's pretty much the worst thing that can happen though with those guys though. So I'm not really all that worried about it. Let's see if I'm going to get that health, or else I'll be screwed. And I already took enough damage to where it was pointless. Oh well, I'm not going to die here. I refuse to die. But needless to say, we're in kind of a bad spot. And what do you do in bad spots? Use the rocket launcher recklessly. That could potentially kill you. Let's see, I know there's a secret here. There's obviously that quad damage up there. I have to shoot this panel and then shoot something else apparently because it says one more to go to get down here. I don't remember exactly how to do this. Yeah, despite how many times I played the game, I don't remember everything about it, so I'll worry about that later though. I don't want to be screwing around for 5 minutes trying to figure out how to get that down. There's an alternate path back up here from down here by jumping off that platform. And that area that I just showed you was where essentially what the main entrance is, so we'd come out right in front of there if we came in the normal way. And there's another secret path over here from where we actually came in. It leads to some stuff, some much needed stuff too as far as that health goes. And there's like a little secret trap blaster thingy there. More confusing alternate paths. Yeah, this leads back out into the hallway where we just were. I want to go up here first. There's another invincibility up here. I'm not sure how many of those we can hold, but probably not very many. I know there's a way to get into that force field, but I really just don't care right now. So let's see if we can figure out this thing. Let's see, the upper part is lit up because we shot it. Oh, there we go. Yeah. That'll lower it down. And we get another quad damage. We should be set for the final boss now.